I love you, मैं शबीर from Edukemy, and this is our pre-prelims revision series. इसमें कि lot of topics will take up and support you with a revision. Quick revision आप recall हमारे साथ कर सकते हैं, and to support you also giving a lot of downloadable documents and pages also. Please watch the videos up to the end, and you can download the documents and revise at your convenience. This video's theme is cyclones and anticyclones. These are always in news in some way or the other. Last 3 years, when there are 6 questions asked on cyclone or cyclone-related issues, including the topics in the mains also. So, what are cyclones? Cyclones are local rotating systems. Whenever the low pressure is very, very high, the winds, when they start converging from all directions, the winds start rotating. So, cyclones are called as rotatory systems. They are one type of cyclostrophic systems. The winds converge from all over. The isobars are closed systems. They are local cells. Central, very high low pressure. The low pressure generally is less than 1000 millibars. Sometimes fall as much as 850 or 900 millibars, in which case it becomes a very, very powerful cyclone. And anticyclone kya hota hai? The central part is a very powerful high pressure, and the winds are moving out. And when the winds move out, they start rotating outside, and ultimately they form some kind of spiraling systems. So both cyclones and anticyclones are rotating systems. They are cyclostrophic systems, part of the tertiary or the local level circulations. Let me discuss cyclones first. Cyclones, because of low pressure conditions, as the winds converge, remember, in the Northern Hemisphere, the cyclones have an anti-clockwise direction. If you remember cyclones in the north have anti-clockwise, you will know that the anticyclones in the north will have clockwise. So when the clockwise rotation happens, looking from top, when the clockwise rotation, Northern Hemisphere mein, they are anticyclones, and the anti-clockwise rotations in the Northern Hemisphere will become cyclones. So remember, there used to be a party in South Africa called as the ANC, African National Congress. So ANC yaad rakhein, the anticyclones in Northern Hemisphere are clockwise. So ulta kar dein, cyclones in Northern Hemisphere are anti-clockwise. That's how I remember for marking these type of questions. Apart from this, cyclones are of two types. They can be because of local heating or because of dynamically induced low pressure system on the surface. By the way, the rotation that we have in the cyclones are the consequence of the Coriolis force. As Earth rotates, as Earth is spinning about its axis, there's some kind of interactions where moving bodies, which are free moving bodies, they can turn and they can deflect. So when they're deflecting, when they're turning, they take some path. In case of cyclones, in anticyclones, they turn in clockwise direction. So there is an effect of the Coriolis force. The cyclones that we have, they can because of heating, strong heating, summer heating on the land or on the water, they can be part of tropical systems. And we have some type of cyclonic systems. Northern Hemisphere mein, in the temperate regions, in the latitudes beyond 50 degrees, the low pressures are because of dynamic effect of a type of waves called as Rossby waves, a type of geostrophic conditions to upper troposphere mein, the winds start meandering. Because of that meandering, there are induced low pressures on the surface and they become cyclones in the mid latitudes. Difference ye hota hai, tropical areas में cyclones are because of heating reasons. In the mid latitude, it is not because of heating conditions, more because of the way the upper tropospheric winds behave. And one important fact about the temperate cyclones are, the temperate cyclones mein, there is frontal interaction going on. The air masses are there, the air masses interact, the air masses create some kind of zones of or interface of interactions called the fronts. So temperate cyclones have two types of fronts, a warm front and a cold front. And they start rotating, creating the type of cyclonic weather conditions of Siberia, of Canada, of parts of Western Europe. Even Britain has impacts of temperate cyclones. India mein, if you have heard about western disturbances, which are winter rainfall in the conditions where the moisture is brought from Mediterranean Sea towards India, the western disturbances are also examples of weak frontal rains associated with weak temperate cyclones which have been brought towards the southern latitudes as far as Himalayas in India. So cyclones and anticyclones ka discussion mein, I've taken care of cyclones. One important fact you must remember is, the cyclones hote hain, the one that we know, Biparjoy cyclone, the Amphan cyclone, cyclone like Alia, cyclones like Yas cyclone. These cyclones are essentially formed only on the waters. ये oceans में ही बनते हैं. And these cyclones are features of September month, November month, and so on. They're part of a season in monsoons called as the retreating season. Now, these cyclones, they bring lot of strong winds. The wind velocities can exceed 100, 10, 120, and 30 kilometers per hour, and they can cause devastation. The cyclones का एक proper monitoring process भी है. We have got a network of global meteorological centers in the world. India का जो IMD है, it monitors the Northern Indian Ocean cyclonic process. Cyclonic के naming के भी new nuances हैं. Apart from this, in India we have a cyclone alert coding system. Red code, orange code, yellow code, and green code. The most devastating ones are the red code ones and the orange ones, where you must start evacuating and impact brace for a massive impact of cyclones. ये color code पे भी question पूछा हुआ है. Towards the end of the video, do look up our previous questions asked on the cyclones and see if you can answer this. And please download the material we're giving to you for your quick free revision as a part of your prelims readiness. Anticyclones are exactly opposite of cyclones. Cyclones में जहां पर की air starts rushing in and rising to cause heavy rainfall, anticyclones में winds are sinking down and moving out. Any sinking air is calm condition. Any sinking air will not have rains. Any sinking air will have stability conditions where the weather will not have wind conditions. In fact, lot of heat waves that we have in parts of Canada are also because of anticyclonic conditions. Anticyclones में conditions become stable. अगर warm air है तो वो फंस जाता है. And that kinds of warms up and then that can lead to strong heat waves. Anticyclones are associated in the winter season. When strong winter high pressure में these kind of stable conditions develop. In fact, whenever we have inversion conditions, they can also lead to anticyclonic conditions. The cyclones, anticyclones are part of the third level, local level weather patterns, the details of which I've discussed. Download the material and we hope to help you prepare as a part of the pre-prelims revision series.